Speed 2.
Come on, Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Perfect movie.
It was perfect if you're like 7 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're
Hey,
hilarious.
Just because I'm mentally a 7-year-old, you don't have to like say it like that. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna take a look at that. That sounds nice.
Also,
Yeah.
on
It's
the
really
same
fun.
podcast network, something that made me laugh a lot. Comedy Bankman, obviously, but Improv for Humans.
Oh yeah.
Improv.
Especially if you like, because improv in RPGs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Man, it's made me laugh a lot. Improv for Humans. They're like
I've been
such masters.
listening to Alice Isn't Dead.
Alice
How
is
is
dead.
that?
It's fantastic.
What is it?
It's a serialized podcast about a lady who's traveling around the United States trying to find her lost wife. And she thought her wife was dead, but then she found out her wife was part of some secret agency, and now she's trying to find her. But it's supernatural, so like weird things happen. But the whole podcast is her broadcasting what's happening to her over the CB.
Cool.
So it's just her thoughts of what's going on. But it's kind of horror sci-fi.
Oh,
Nice.
I like horror actually.
it's not comedy.
Yeah. Nope. No, I prefer the horror genre for podcasts, but so there's a few good ones out there.
Oh, there's. Do you know the No Sleep podcast?
North Leap?
No Sleep.
Oh, No
podcast.
Sleep podcast. Yeah, there's like hundreds of episodes on
Oh
that.
yeah, there's a ton of episodes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I listened to the first couple of them, and I think the first one was super good, if that's the one I'm remembering.
All you need is time.
Oh, and what's the other one?
You'll soon have
To
a lot of
consume
time.
To consume
Yeah.
all the media. Yeah.
Well, I used to listen to
Yeah,
them on my way
that's
to
the
work,
problem.
but my trip to work is super short now.
Yeah, it's like the same for me. Most of the situations where you would listen to a podcast are the same situations where you would also read a book. So you kind of have to like decide
choose.
between the two.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I
listen to
Yeah,
mine at
reading a
work.
bit.
Yeah,
Okay,
Within the
that's
Wires.
nice if you can do it.
Yeah.
Within the Wires is another one I highly recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
very
just finished
strange.
a audio book. It was called Derelict Marines, and it was this sci-fi military book that was fantastic.
I think I just bought a bunch of sci-fi military books, a trilogy. The first one being Ancillary Justice,
All right, cool.
and I have no idea how it is. It
Yeah,
was cheap, so I bought them,
same here.
and it's popular.
I buy books and then store them on shelves, and then this is it.
You read like the summary on the back.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, oh, that's an interesting book.
I read the Wikipedia
I'll put
summary.
this on a shelf. That's right.
I think the Japanese have a word specifically for that. Buying books with the
course they
intent of just
Of course they do. All right, come on. I need to find out if I'm dead or not.
So, we started last episode by you guys deciding to find the imprisoned treant to see if this creature can help you sabotage the Remorseless before this great ship reaches the Bay of Waterdeep. So on your way to the ship's prison, you have learned that Vifir Stormtalon, the ship's shaman, is masking the ship's approach with a magically conjured storm. You also encountered Thor. He was an elderly giant playing with a giant youngling named Netherheim. You watched them play as yet another giant came over, pushing aside Thor and grabbing Netherheim, saying that the youngling needs to be trained before the attack. And this giant, his name was Gizor, he basically threw the old one on the floor and left with the young one kicking and screaming. You basically approached that old giant and convinced him that the attack on Waterdeep must be stopped. It seems that he was thinking along those ways anyway. he told you that Stormtalon has a powerful potion that is used to mend the ship, and it's a magical vitality potion or something along those lines. And you've decided to take it and maybe use it on the Treant. So Thor helped you break into the shaman's quarters, and you grabbed the potion not before Galen went there to scout and vanished. So he failed to return, so you've decided to venture forth. Eventually you came to the prison doors, which surprisingly enough were made out of stone. And Thor told you these are ancient relics from the time that the giants were more united, and the stone giants and the frost giant had a thing. They worked together, and there is a guardian statue just behind those doors that kind of symbolizes the connection between the two giant clans or types. The prison was apparently empty, but eventually it turned out that Vifir Stormtalon was basically ambushing you, and he and two of his soldiers attacked you. Peleus managed to turn into this dinosaur, if I remember correctly.
A rhinoceros.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. The rhinoceros.
And crack the doors open, and you also were about to pour the potion on the weakened Treant limbs. At that point, Enderist put the crown with Quarian kind of mind linking with him to try and help him survive this process. And Galen was thrown aside as someone, I'm not sure who. Oh, it was Thor himself who drank a potion of polymorph and transformed into into this, right?
That's right.
So Thor attacked Vifir, and Galen, you were thrown aside, and as you kind of crashed on the floor, you woke up. You were unconscious until then. And while all this is happening, you suddenly heard the trumpets of Waterdeep, basically meaning that the Remorseless is within range and can commit its attack. So, Galen, I need your initiative roll. Then we can...
19.
Oh, 19.
Nice.
Okay. So, you jump to the head of the queue, and you wake up on the ice, watching, kind of confused, as your friends are all around this chamber that you are in. This is the chamber. And you see two dinosaurs, basically, and your friends. You can see Peleus about to pour a potion onto the limbs of a giant tree. You can see Enderist with the crown on its head, and Eileen and who was it with her Quarian are kind of crouched behind one of those boulders. So this is what you see around you. What do you do?
Well, they seem to be handling everything fine. I'll just go back to sleep. No, I'll quickly like jump up and just shout, "It's a trap!" Yeah.
Awesome.
I assume nothing is stopping me from speaking normally.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah.
After saying it's a trap, right after, because they already knew that, apparently. Don't use the potion. It's poison. And then I'll run over and attack the frost giant shaman.
Okay, so
Really?
he's on the floor with
Yes.
the
The T-Rex up.
yeah
Yes.
yes. So yeah, you can definitely sneak in and attack him.
Yes. Do I get a advantage because he's prone?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Good. I'll go smack him in the head repeatedly. That's a 26 to hit,
Yes.
and a 24 to hit.
Yes.
And then I'll flurry of blows for 2 unarmed attacks. 18 to hit,
Oh, wow.
and a 20.
Damn.
With
So
a vengeance.
all of those hit. Let's.
It's the equivalent of like grabbing someone and doing the tick 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 tick.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, more or less. So that's a total of 28 points of damage.
Oh my god, that hurt.
Good.
Okay.
I'm poking him in the eye. I'm really excited to see him and poke him in the eye. I don't know where that came from.
Okay, so
Someone told me that's really annoying and hurts a lot, so that's what I'm doing.
so you approach and basically smack him repeatedly on its head. And as you shout that it's poison, you can see that he starts to laugh. The question is, will Peleus manage to like react just before he pours the potion?
Well, I don't really know who to trust anyways. Like,
Okay.
I don't really know these guys.
That's
You can trust me. I was the one who wanted to help you with the.
We're in battle with you,
Oh
man.
yeah, that's.
Have I taken any damage, Ido, from like being thrown across the room or anything?
oh no, you're fine.
Yeah, like 80 or something.
Oh yeah, so I'm still fine.
Yeah.
I got this.
Yes.
I leveled up while you were doing other things. A lot.
Several times.
A lot.
Okay, so at this point, the shaman, still down, grabs its axe and tries to hack at the T-Rex that is just on top of it. So these are 2 hits.
This is gonna hurt.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, wow. Great axe is a little bitch.
Mhm.
Okay, so the T-Rex shrieks in pain and anger. You can see blood pouring and kind of covering Vifir Stormtalon. Right.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah. But the T-Rex is still up, even though it looks really, really hurt, bloodied.
Oh,
you can see. What?
You're recording the damage? You're recording the damage?
Yes.
Okay, so you got the 50 that it took last game, right?
Yes. I still have everything here.
Okay, good.
So blood is basically covering its body, and he looks in a really, really, really bad shape. The other 2 giants, they look confused and look at their like chief as he lies on the floor, and they look at you, not really sure what to do. And at this point, an ogre burst into the room.
What?
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
Through the cracked doors, looking at all of you and shouting, Stormtalon, there was a miscalculation. And you can see the giant, holding the T-Rex with his mighty hands and kind of smashing it. He kind of looks and shouts, "What?" The ogre says, "Yes, there was a navigation error. We were following the red pins, but somehow we're attacking the walls and not the bay."
Good stuff.
So Vifir shouts, "Can't you see I'm busy? Fix it!" And
Corin is patting himself on the.
yes, and the ogre and the ogre flees. Vifir shouts to his soldiers to hack at the T-Rex. So they do that exactly. Oh,
there goes Thorn.
Yeah. So we have 1 critical and 2 hits. So let me just. Yeah, that's not nice.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's
so
done.
yeah, he's done. He's
Yeah.
done. Just make sure.
We turn into a normal giant again.
Yeah. So
Yeah, does he just turn into the giant, or does he die?
He turns into the giant with full hit point minus whatever is left over.
yeah.
Just
So
like a druid shape change.
right. So let me just.
Perfect. So he's still there at least.
Yeah.
As a distraction.
Yeah, I'm sure he can take just as much hits as a giant and a
Okay.
T-Rex.
So he rolls off the body of Vifir, looking pretty hurt. One of the soldiers managed to crit him, so that was really unpleasant. Okay, Quarian, what do you want to do?
Can you tell me what is the area like the grid? Where is the giants and where everyone else is?
Yes, so let's assume that Peleus is within the room, inside the room. Okay, Vifir and his 3 soldiers are right in front of the gate here.
Okay.
Okay, and the rest of you basically are scattered all around. Let's say that Galen is basically over here, and you and Aline are right here. And the rest is probably near the statue, if I remember correctly, right?
Yeah, I didn't get very far.
Yeah.
I believe I was up in the caster giant's face. Like I was within melee range of him.
Okay, that's fine.
And every square here is a 10-foot, right?
Yes.
Or is it? Excellent. So I'm gonna cast a fireball.
Okay.
And I'm gonna place it like I don't know how can I point to a point over here, but it's going to be like in the middle of.
There you go.
Yeah, how do you do that?
You go to select move and you just push and hold.
Yeah, just with the left click on the mouse.
Change it to the pointer.
Okay.
And then just click and hold.
Okay.
Got it.
You basically detonated
so-
to capture all 3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Kaboom.
Okay. Okay, so 86. Give me a minute there. 8.
Can they
Sorry.
make a saving throw or something like that?
Yeah, just a minute.
Dex
17,
save.
Dex.
28.
So Vifir failed. Okay, so only 1 giant managed to.
Okay, so the one that's succeeded gets 19 points of damage, and the others get 39.
19 and 29?
39.
39.
And it's fire damage. I think
Fire
it's
damage.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
Okay, so the explosion rattles the prison, and ice chips kind of fall from the ceiling. The stone statue kind of shakes. And they are totally scorched and screaming with pain as fire engulfs them. So
Okay,
that
excellent.
was amazing. Which brings us to Enderist. Unless you want to do something in addition to that, Quarian?
Can I use?
Stalling.
And
I'm going to try. I'm going to scream Peleus not to pour this poison, to pour it on the giant, on what's his name? To throw it on the giant, not on the tree.
Okay.
Mm.
Can I do like
we don't know if it's.
Can I do like a diplomacy check to convince him?
No, you simply shout, and he will decide what he wants to do.
Okay,
Okay.
I got it. I'll take it into account.
I will take into consideration your concerns.
Awesome. So, Enderist, you put the stone crown on your head. Remind me how bad you rolled? I mean, how you rolled?
I rolled an 18.
Okay, so as usual, your feet turn to stone, and stone grabs you and goes up and up and up and up and kind of engulfs you all. So you turn to stone. This mighty warlock holding a crown on its head. Quarian, the link with Enderist kind of severes, and then Vifir, who was kind of eyeing you, Enderist, starts to laugh again. But then the stone statue's eyes glow, and Enderist, you wake up as
Awesome.
Kenurn. And Kenurn is a stone giant dreamwalker who once agreed to become a counselor and friend of the frost giant, but that was so long ago, and he basically was lost in his dream that the frost giant believed he was dead, so they simply put him as decoration in the prison.
Okay.
And forgot all about him. So you wake up now. Two things that you need to understand. One, Enderist, as long as you are the giant, Enderist is stone. Okay? And you still have your own consciousness along with Kenarn's, but the two kind of compete. So the longer you stay within the stone giant's body, the more you risk being consumed or being kind of there's a word for it.
Losing myself.
Yes, exactly. But while in its body, you control it, and you have the stats of a stone giant.
Nice.
Dreamwalker.
Well, there you go. New character.
A stone giant dreamwalker?
Yes.
Okay, I've got that right here. Okay.
So what do you do?
Fancy. Hold on a second. I know I got to read my stats.
Okay, so if you want, we can until you kind of decide what you want to do. We can jump to.
Yeah, can I hold my action to the end of the round?
Yeah, Peleus.
Okay, so well, I'm a little bit confused right now. Before I pour the poison,
Yes.
whatever it is, on the tree end,
Yes.
I will actually try to investigate what's wrong with him. If he is like just not feeling well, has like taken damage, or if there's maybe some arcane prison on him or something.
Okay, so you can make a perception check, because unless you want to kind of you want to spend some time doing that. If it's,
Well, I'd like.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Well, if I spend time on it, I probably can't cast the spell this round, right?
Yeah, so you need to decide if you kind of want to spend your action and investigate, or you want to do something else and just learn what you can by simply looking and glancing around.
Yeah, I just want to learn what I can.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh, I crit 27.
Oh, amazing. So you look at Turlang, and you believe that he is dormant right now, probably due to the condition within the ship. Like while he has water, and you remember the leaves kind of growing outside the ship, but it's obviously not Earth and not its like favorite surroundings. So you believe he went to basically sleep. He did take some damage because the giants basically hacked a lot of trees and probably hacked him, as well as they uprooted him and threw him into the prison once they understood it's a living creature, but since he wasn't moving, they basically left it there.
Okay. So if there's nothing magical going on that I can discern, I will just cast Cure Wounds on him and hope that that will do anything.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, you can do that, definitely.
Okay, let's maybe use a third level spell slot for it. Plus...
So you approach it, mutter the word of a spell, and touch its bark, and then the divine energy that you pour into him kind of causes its bark to grow brown with veins of greenery kind of move all around it, and then two eyes kind of blink open, wooden eyes, and they look at you.
Master Turling, are you alright?
He says, "Yeah, not. I was asleep for a long time, Who is this?
We'll get you. We'll get you out of here, but we have to take care of these giants first.
The giants hacking at trees, burning down villages.
Are you feeling well? Are you feeling well enough to help us get out of here?
Let me see if I can stand up." And then he kind of tries to come up to its full height, and then he smashes its head against the prison ceiling, and ice kind of falls down, and he looks up. The sky, I yearn for the sky.
Okay. He regains 14 HP, by the way, from
Okay.
the Cure Wounds.
Great. So he looks at you and he assesses the situation. So you managed to revive him, which is awesome. Eileen, it's your turn, and then Anderist, if you want to do something.
Anders, do you want to go first if you have your thing ready?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move in, so it's up to you.
I just want to blast this caster giant in the face with Scorching Ray.
Yes.
Basically what I want to do in my life right now. Fuck. 10 to hit on the first one. 9? 23.
So,
Got him. 2 fire damage.
Yeah.
It's not polite to laugh. Come on.
So the 23 was okay, but what was it? Like it was 3 scorching rays, like.
Yeah, you shoot 3 rays, and you can change targets on each one.
Okay.
Each one does 2d6. So I shot 3 of them at him.
Okay.
Apparently, only one of them hit, and it did 2 fire damage.
Okay, great. 2 fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
After that, yeah, I wanna. Do you guys remember how many duplicates I have left?
I think none.
By chance?
I
I
think,
think you have one.
Yeah.
Damn.
I remember none, but.
None? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't
All right,
tracking
well-
spells.
I think it's probably none then. So I'm sitting next to that guy with no duplicates, ready.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
All right,
with
next turn.
with 2 giants next to him.
Cool.
Okay. So you all hear the rumble of tree bark being rubbed against ice as this huge treant goes up on its feet, but he's very slow, and he will act probably only next turn. Enderist, or should I say Kenun, what do you want to do?
So does he know Storm Talon? Is he that old, or is Storm Talon that old?
Storm Talon was a youngling when
Okay.
Kennen was placed in the Remorseless.
And when I'm in his mind, how does he feel about the storm giants?
So think about it this way. It's like looking into the mind of someone who is constantly dreaming. Okay, it's very hard for him to separate reality from a dream. All you manage to gather is that he was a good friend of a frost giant named Storvald, and that the two were good friends. They were living on this huge iceberg, and there he agreed to serve as the counselor for these frost giants. But that, you believe, was like
a long time ago.
A long time ago.
Storvold is a name I have written down here. Why do I have that name written down?
You have heard that now Storvald is the frost giant's Jarl. He is like the leader.
Okay. Okay. But I'm in control, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So then I will look at Storm Talon and his two associates, and I'll like bellow, brothers, who are these interlopers? Let me help you. And I'll charge up, and I want to pick up Andrist on his way.
Okay.
And I'm going to run up, and I'm going to attack. Sorry, I'm having trouble with names right now. Ellen. No, Ellen. Or Galen, whatever. You guys are all there. Like, I'm going to run up and kick you guys. And then at the last minute, I'm just going to reach out and touch one of the bodyguards and put Andrist against my chest, which he will like absorb kind of onto my body like armor. And so I'm going to use my petrifying touch on the frost giant.
Okay, amazing.
And I'm wondering if I can use like a deception or something like that to get advantage on the attack, like he's not anticipating it.
Yeah, you can roll deception to do that. That's
14.
Let me see. So as you near them, one of the soldiers, he looks up, but he's so confused. Also, the fireball that kind of exploded just on top of it before, and he's like in shock that you even move. So you touch him, no problem.
I guess it's just strength. Not so. Oof, that's only a 16.
A 16 is not enough to actually hit it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
well, maybe he doesn't think that I'm still attacking them, at least, because I just basically reached out to touch his arm.
Yeah.
So okay, that's my turn.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So you try to touch him, but he kind of recoils, and your hand whooshes down, and you kind of with your foot you kind of nudge Eileen and get in away. This is what your plan.
Sure. Yeah. So I can get between them and the giants.
Okay. That's awesome.
They should attack me.
Great. Galen, we're back to you.
Yes. Well, there's a stone giant here now I have to kill also.
Yeah.
Who's put his back to you, by the way?
He just kicked me.
Nudged.
Can I?
You're smart enough to know that I would have squashed you.
Yeah. Can I do like an insight to see that he's actually on our side? That it's probably something.
Make an insight check. That's a.
May I do that as well?
I rolled a 2, so that's 7.
Yeah.
I
So
have a decent modifier, but yeah.
So you're really confused. You're not really sure what happened to Anders. It seems like he just swallowed it, like placed it onto its skin and swallowed it. So that's creepy. Sure, Eileen, you can do that as well.
14.
How dare this giant attack Anders and kill him?
Yeah.
So what was my deception check? Was what, 14 as
14, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Oops.
I don't know what that means.
So was my deception check versus your insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is 14.
So that's fine. You believe that you have kind of caught Anderist's cynical sense of humor with his shout and his him nudging you with a giant foot.
I yell like, "Yes, you're alive."
You're blowing my cover here, Ellen. But I
Doesn't
appreciate
matter.
Good
But I
self
appreciate it.
nothing these stupid giants.
it.
Galen, what do you want to do?
Yes, I'm considering. I don't know. It's hard because I want to attack the stone giant, but I also really hate the shaman. You know what? I'll do an attack on the stone giant as I move past him to attack the shaman.
Doesn't Galen know about focus fire? Come on.
He's a farmer. He wouldn't know anything about that.
Ah,
No,
right. Yeah, he's a
like,
farmer.
he shout up at the stone giant like, "Hey, that's my friend, you big brute," and then smack him, and then go smack just one attack on each.
Okay.
So an 11 on the stone giant, and a 14 against the shaman.
Okay, so you're not hitting any of them. Their hides and leathers and stone bodies, kind of really hard to punch through.
I'm sure I'm hitting them, but
Yeah.
they're just like there's something down there. Probably not. And as a bonus action, I'll do a patient defense, so I'm ready for any attacks coming my way. I'm dodging,
Okay.
so they have disadvantage against me. Since I now have 4 giants around me that wants to kill me, I'm sure.
Yes. Okay, so Storm Talon rises up and commands his. Yeah.
He needs to make a charisma saving throw or be charmed by me. Because he started his turn within 30 feet of me.
Oh, great. Amazing.
What is that?
Charisma? Doesn't have a lot of
it's my-
charisma. Actually, a -1. So, how does a 4?
He's charmed. So he's charmed by me.
Yeah, okay. That's great.
But it's not my turn, so I don't know what I can do with that.
Yeah, so he stands up, place his hand on your shoulder, Andrist, and tells to his soldier to squash those pesky insects that have plagued his ship.
Naturally.
Pointing at Galen, Aline, Peleus. So while he says that, Forgar, Rednora, the dwarven princess that you have saved from prison and that is now under your custody in the submarine. She has been sitting, like this for 7 minutes before she decides that it's time for you and her to leave the stinking submarine and head to the pipes, to the sewers, where you can flush yourself out of the ship.
And she's really like just
Wait,
into that.
And she
out
says,
of the submarine?
she says, it's obvious your friends have been either killed, eaten, captured, or are being tortured right now for any information they hold. We should get the hell out of here. So, follow me.
No, I don't feel like getting flushed today.
She kind of waves her hand around and she says, do you know to operate any of this?
Yeah, I fired some torpedoes once. That was fun.
Let's try that again.
But
Killed my party member, not a big deal.
Yeah, totally.
Close personal friend of mine.
the stain on the door is still there, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Camera flashes and then comes back.
So she asks you, did you get us out of here? It's even for a dwarf, it's claustrophobic.
Yeah, there's a porthole that leads back into the ship if we want to hang out in that other room.
Yeah, we can go there and search for the plumbing, and then go straight down. It will be a little bit cold, But I'm a
Can you
dwarf,
swim?
and you're well. I can sink, but if I'll try really hard, I'm sure I can make it to the surface, and then my father will be there in like minutes with dragons and griffins, and it's the entire dwarven air force will be searching for me in the water.
How would they know you're in the water? Why can't you just send them right now?
I have my sending stone.
So, does it not work in the sub?
It does, but it's a submarine. What should I tell him? Search me under the water beneath a mountain of ice? It's better if we simply, float somewhere where we can wave.
I'm
bored.
If he can, yeah, okay, yeah, me too. That's chill. Let's go see if we can see where we are. Maybe we can get them to come and crash the ship.
So she, do you want to lead, or you want her to kind of point the way?
Sorry, you cut out and I didn't hear anything beyond "do you want."
She says that she can lead the way either to the deck or to the balls of their ship where she was tortured. Where do you want to go?
To the deck.
To the deck. Okay.
Did we get to hear the horns of Waterdeep?
Yes. No, actually no. You're underwater. And
under the water, we wouldn't know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to go see if we can see where we are.
Okay, so you emerge from the submarine and to the secret room with the lens-like peephole, where you can see a lot of giants kind of running back and forth. There's like a distressed look on their face, and they are holding like a giant rocks and ice chunks that are probably used to throw. But they look really confused, as if as if they need a lot more than what they've anticipated. Do you understand giant?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so if you kind of put your ear to the door, you hear something about a navigation error that placed the Remorseless right around the western walls of Waterdeep instead of the bay. So they are basically punching Waterdeep's wall, which isn't making a lot of damage. They were hoping to kind of sink some ships at the bay to kind of make the Waterdevian Council listen. Also, you can hear that Stormtalon, the ship's shaman, is missing. They have been searching for him, and he should be at the deck, but he isn't. Also an ogre shouts that he was last seen at the prison.
Well, I might say that I'd be able to deduce that that's where these guys were going. And if that's where he was last seen and missing, I would want to head in that direction instead of up to the decks.
Hey.
Yeah, we were there when we were making plans. Well, was there. So we would know.
Yeah.
So, you and Rednora head to the area of the prison, and I need you to roll a percentile die to see what happens to you along the way.
92.
Oh, 92 is amazing.
Everything happens.
Everything happens.
Yeah, right? It's a 10-minute montage here.
You run into 5 giants and a white dragon,
Yeah, just 92% of stuff.
That Scooby-Doo chase scene where I'm running indoors and out of doors and chasing things and getting chased.
Exactly.
Yeah, these sacks, man.
So, okay, so you kind of wonder about trying to sneak your way into the prison, but you can see that most of the giants, they simply don't mind you. You're like mice, and they are very focused on getting more and more ammunition to the deck. You also hear that some magical barrier has been erected between the Remorseless and Waterdeep. So something is going on there. They aren't being able to punch through with their stones. You do find along the way, oops. 92
cool.
that you 92.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you happen to go into and out of a room in which a frost giant is. He basically has this large chest. He keeps looking around and he stuffs gems and coins and all kinds of strange items into it, trying to make sure that no one sees. He has this scrolls that he pushes into it. He closes the lid, places the key on the lid, and then someone bangs on the door and shouts, "Everyone out!" So he places the chest with the key below his bed, and then he bolts out. And Nora looks at you and does this. So you are now the proud owner of this. It's not a very big chest. It's something like this. So you, as a dragon, as a mighty dragonborn, can easily carry it. So you can write a chest full of interesting stuff.
Yeah, is that the technical term? Interesting stuff.
Yes, and the note written in giant, which you can probably read, says, "Watch for those jumping spiders."
Okay.
Oh, I've seen jumping spiders.
Hmm?
Well, is it like the creatures that
Oh
Zunis?
yeah, the facehuggers.
Yeah, facehuggers.
Oh fuck.
Okay.
Don't just spiders.
Okay, and then you and her kind of rush to the prison. Roll initiative for me, so we'll know when to kind of.
10.
A 10. Okay.
Super exciting stuff.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so Anderist, Vifir placed his hand on your shoulder and ordered his two giants to smash the intruders, and they do so with haste. They target.
So are they within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
They need to make a saving throw.
Okay.
DC 13 charisma.
So I have one failing and one passing.
Nice.
And not. Okay. So one of them targets Galen and the other targets Aline. So.
Hang on, I'm going to give them a distraction. I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration to bug. So I'm going to do this as the one who's targeting Galen.
Okay.
So they need to get. Just a minute. Sorry. Okay, subtract 7.
7?
Yeah.
Okay. Only one giant or both of them?
One attack.
One attack.
One attack.
Okay.
I have 2 attacks. Damn it.
And remember, they have disadvantage on me.
Right, because you have.
Dodge, yeah.
Okay. So the first attack, the giant swings too high, and plus Quarians shout right at the right time, like "boo!" as he tries to attack you, and he startled and he misses. The other attack is a whopping 28 to hit.
Yikes.
Ooh, even with disadvantage?
Oh, sorry. With a disadvantage. Oh, it has disadvantage on 2 attacks? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, all attacks against me.
Okay, so with disadvantage, it's a 19.
Still a hit. Not as big a hit, but still hits.
Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong. Great. So, yeah, a big, nasty giant axe comes down on you. This is 8, 12, 22, 28 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that's not
That's
as bad as I
all?
thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
Whew.
that's not bad.
You say as you try to grab your head as it detaches from your shoulder.
More like it's only like halfway down my torso, not all the way down my torso. It will, reform.
Okay. Are you still up?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh damn.
Eileen, so this giant has also disadvantage? No, because Eileen didn't.
Against me?
Yeah. No,
I
right?
have nothing as far as I know.
Okay.
It'll give them disadvantage.
Okay. So the first attack. Oh my god.
No.
It's a 1. Yes, great.
Yeah, it's a
Ooh,
1.
yeah, 1.
Yeah, definitely. That's what's so unfortunate.
Let's do criticals.
Look, I don't move anything. How?
Damn.
Holy
All right.
Double crit.
Oh
It's
god.
about time.
crit.
It's
That's
about
like
time.
6
vibes.
That's a freaking double crit.
It's
Mm.
not
Six.
knowing you, Eileen.
It's like 16d10.
Yeah,
It's
right.
been fun, guys. It's been a good ride.
Oh boy.
Oh
It's
boy.
been a
man.
good ship ride.
Oh boy. So, you know what, Eileen? Just because I like you, I will give you the choice. You can choose. I can roll, or you can take the average damage doubled twice. So,
Just roll, man.
okay.
Just follow the rules.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I mean, the average
I'm
damage
ready.
times 2 would probably already like
Okay,
kill
so
you, right?
6. This is the first 6d12.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been hit,
12?
Ellen?
Not yet, because
Okay.
of my dupes.
Yeah.
Oh, if one of them hits me, I can use my reaction to do 2d8 damage to them, so I'll be fine.
Perfect.
That's great. That's
Yeah, suck it.
Just one shot one, and then
Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's 6. I do need my computer. No,
Oh
not.
man.
Yeah. And 6. So the first axe was 54 points of damage.
okay, I'm down.
Are you dead or down?
I'm sleeping and bleeding out at the same time.
So would he attack him a second time?
So yeah, what happens is if he takes damage while down,
It's like
simply,
2 fail saves.
It's like it's
Two
like
Two failures.
2 failures. So yeah.
Yeah, because it was crit.
Yep.
Damn.
You could actually also roll the damage, and if it's more than his max hit point, he would instantly die. But
I have 37, so
bother with all these dice and rolling and calculating, it just takes time.
it would have to be 74.
Yes.
No, because you're down.
Well, now
it would
I'm
have to
down.
be 30, it would have to be 37 or whatever, your max hit points. That's it.
Your max hit point from 0.
All right.
So
But that would
Take-
be like
take the 2 failures.
Yeah, I think taking the 2 failures is is
All right, I'm gonna mark him down.
okay.
if I took 45 hit points of damage, then I would also 54. I would also be down in 1 hit.
I'd be dead.
Yes. Poor frail sorcerer.
I'd be
Mhm.
dead.
Now a
Very
stone
frail
giant.
sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now a stone giant.
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
very
not
frail.
now, clearly.
Okay, so Eileen falls down with 2 giants, 2 great
Oh,
axe attacks that drop her.
I'll shout, no!
This axe actually does go cut through all the way, unlike
Yeah.
Galen.
Almost.
You're not instantly dead, so don't
Yeah,
worry.
you're
I'll
just-
save you.
Holy
You're just
hell.
bleeding out on the ice.
Yeah, my lungs is like over there.
Yeah.
Don't forget, you're not dead until you're warm and dead. So thank
Storm,
God you're on ice.
Storm Talon, at this
That's good.
point, will look at.
So did I miss a turn then?
No, we are still the giants. So they are basically second.
Oh, they all go at the same time.
Yeah.
So with the charm, they make a saving throw if they start the turn within 30 feet of me, but they get another save at the end of each of their turns. So he would have got a saving throw at the end of that turn where he failed the saving throw. Does that make sense?
I don't think so. I think you should at least once act.
Get one round?
Yeah, as far as I can.
Perfect.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this is the same action where he failed.
Oh, is this all that same?
Yeah, I think so. I think we just
Yeah, I
cut
think so
away
too. Yeah.
Hmm.
Volgar in the middle.
I have one question before we go on.
Yeah.
Wrath of the Storm says I can, when a creature within 5 feet of you that you can see it hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to cause the creature to do a dexterity saving throw and doing 2d8 damage.
Okay.
Can I do that, or like is it after the damage is applied to me?
I think it's at the same time.
You can do that. That's fine. It's like with your
Right.
dying.
Yeah.
Yep. One last little burst of.
It's,
burst
no,
of.
it's the acid blood. Like
Yeah.
Acid
I
blood.
take the shotgun, point it into the mouth of the huge
And I'm-
alien, and leave, and
Nice.
it just explode with acids. You know.
I'm gonna use Wrath of the Storm. They have to do a dexterity saving throw, by the way.
Okay.
I see it as your body being charged with electricity, and when they hit you, it arcs.
Yeah, exactly.
So 2 of them.
Cool.
Just one.
1. So he rolled a
Spell
1.
save. All right, awesome. So I'm gonna use my my channel divinity and do max damage 16. Take that, sucker. Lightning
Yeah.
damage. I win. I win.
That's right.
So after he attacks you, it's like, you get a shock
Ow.
from touching someone, and then he smacks you again.
Yeah, exactly.
It stung me.
Damn.
Also, he's completely bloody now, and blood that never comes out. Like he's probably wearing like furs. Like it's impossible.
That's right.
to get out.
White furs.
You win.
Yeah.
Totally, you win.
They don't have club soda, so.
No, ruined his dumb coat.
Okay.
Fur coat. Not even Beaufort,
Storm Talon is kind of looking around and eyeing both the Treant, both Peleus, and Quarian.
Can I say something to him before he attacks?
Yeah, speaking is a basic right.
It's the giant. Okay, I'll just say, leave them to me, brother.
All of them?
Yes.
So he says, okay.
I'm just trying.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, that's fine. He will enjoy looking at your doing. So he will pat you on the shoulder and say, "I'm needed upstairs," and he leaves.
As he's going, can I say your axe and put up my hand? Because I have no weapon.
Make a yes, exactly.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
And
Nope.
can
Nope.
I do
Nope. He goes
attack
away.
of opportunity while he's going away, like lightly stop his toe or something.
Yeah, sure. You can do that.
Yes. Well, 12. So yeah, just
Yeah.
basically not noticing me.
Maybe
Okay,
not.
so he leaves the prison, heading to the deck, and Forgar and Rednora, you hear his steps, so you kind of push yourself against the corridor, and you see 2 ogres who join him, and they say something about a human sorceress materializing on the deck, and she asks to parley, to which the frost giant says, "As expected," and then they head to the deck.
Interesting.
Do I know of a
Yeah, the Zentarum.
Oh.
Female Zentarum.
Or just someone from Waterdeep. We know. we
Yeah,
don't know.
could be,
Quarian.
but
So two giants, one treant, one dead Elin, one Galen. Peleus is also there, and a stone giant.
How far am I away from
From who?
Elite?
As far as you want to be.
I want to get as close as possible. I want to get close enough to cast a spell on her.
Okay.
To,
so she stands right near those giants. So this means you'll be
got it.
Going into the
Okay.
into the meat grinder, which is fine.
Damn.
Which is fine. I'm just saying.
Come in, the water's fine.
Okay.
It's not water, man.
Do I have? No, I can't. Do I have like enough movement to like run, grab her, and go back to cover?
No, and also that will incur tax opportunity. But no, you can only go and like either be next to her or.
All right, so this won't work then. Okay, now so before I could cast a fireball at them, but right now I probably can't do it before without anybody else getting hurt, right?
I think you can like decide who gets hurt with a fireball.
No, that's a sorcerer thing.
Oh,
or
sorry.
Wizard thing.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast. There's two of them. Damn it. I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on the one that hit Aline.
Okay.
Okay, he do a saving throw versus DC 15.
Which saving throw?
Oh, good question. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oops, boss giant. Okay, so he. What's the DC? 15.
Yeah.
So he failed it.
Okay, so first of all, it takes 8 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And he must immediately use his reaction, if available, as far as his speed allows, away from me.
Okay, so he moves back, cursing you and looking at you, spitting and cursing.
Okay, awesome. I yell at Galen if he can throw Aline over to me.
Okay. Stone giant Kenurn, what do you do?
Okay, so the one that Gus had Dissonant Whispers, he ran away, right?
He doesn't run away. He simply goes as far as possible from Aquarian, and you believe, yeah.
Sorry. One correction. What I do is I give Aline Bardic Inspiration for her death saves.
Okay.
Is that a thing?
I'm not sure.
She can't hear you. She has to be able to hear you.
You can check it. Check if it's possible.
Yeah, we've got time. So the one that's close by, then, is he the one that failed his saving throw or succeeded his saving throw?
Succeeded.
My charm.
Okay. No, I'm not sure. You know what? Roll a d4 for me.
3.
Okay, so he is not charmed by you.
He's not charmed by me.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have nothing.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so I'm gonna use my action to pick up Aline, and petrify her, turn her to stone.
Okay.
And absorb her into my body.
Awesome.
You don't have to make death saves now, Aline. You're safe.
Awesome.
You're dead.
Cool.
No, she's just petrified.
Forgar.
Come back from it.
You and Red Nora find yourself in the prison cell, which is a huge hall. You can see a stone giant picking the petrified body of Aline and kind of merge it with its own. You can see Quarian shouting something to Galen to run to Aline, save her. You can see an elf next to a treant and they both seem as if they are about to do something. And Peleus, get ready. You are up next. And this is what you see. So what do you do?
I'm totally going to attack that giant.
Okay,
The one that just absorbed.
the axe
Mhm.
cackles in your hand. Your hands are itchy, sweaty. You really want to do that.
Oh yeah.
You do.
Yeah, come on.
And that's the throwing axe? Is that the one? That battle axe that you can throw?
I can throw it, yeah. It's got a 40-60 range.
Remember, it doesn't come back.
That's fine. I'm gonna charge in after it.
Mm-hmm.
Does a 21 hit?
Yep. That's like the best you've rolled this entire game. Like
This
from
may be
level
the
1
best
to
I've
now.
rolled, yeah, this year in all
Ever.
of my games.
Yeah, 2018 best roll ever.
So
Yes.
so you throw it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. So this huge axe fly through the air and poof, sticks right into your back, Kinan.
So it does 12 damage plus 2 frost damage.
Hey.
14?
Yeah, I just didn't know if they were special.
Okay.
Awesome.
Not for me, it's not. Doesn't matter.
All right.
Anything else?
And no, I'm gonna keep charging in. Have to be
Okay.
able to retrieve that axe.
Yeah, it's that probably didn't even break my skin, so
That axe.
it's
I'm
gonna be
gonna
on the
use
ground.
it to climb up you and poke you in the eye.
Good luck with that. I'm a stone giant.
Hence,
Ba-
climb up you.
Peleus, the treant looks at you and says, "Stone giant and two frost giants. Which do you want me to handle first?" You're muted.
I asked me.
No, I'm asking Peleus.
Oh,
Peleus.
yeah.
You run toward the stone giant too, and just about to climb him. Okay, we lost Keenan.
We still can't hear you. It doesn't seem to be a Discord mute. Did you do like a Windows mute or something?
No, he looks like an X-wing fighter when his ship is breaking apart. What's going on? What's going on? I can't shake them.
Stay on target.
And maybe his Discord crashed or something?
Maybe.
Or
I think he was trying to speak before as well.
Test.
Yes.
We hear you.
Oh, great. Go back to.
But we can't see you.
Okay, 1 second. Yeah, I think my audio interface crashed or something. Okay, camera. There we go.
Yes.
Okay. I tell him to attack the frost giants.
Thank God.
Is it my turn yet? Or
Yes, it's your turn. So he looks at you and says, "Are you sure stone giants are evil destructors of civilization? This one
I think
looked
this one
particularly dangerous."
how focused was I on like healing this guy and everything? Do I have any idea that this?
I'm not sure actually. You know what? You can roll a wisdom or intelligence check just to make sure to get your orientation right.
Okay. Intelligence. Okay, that's a 10.
So
that's about average.
So that's lower than Andres' deception roll. So I'll say you believe that he's actually a giant evil stone giant.
Okay. Well, and I mean in that
and you've
case,
you've seen Forgar attacking him. So what proof more do you need?
What else do you need? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But when...
I know that Terlang is like a pretty wise old tree ant. He probably knows what he's doing. So in that case, I tell him to do what he thinks is best in this case.
Way to deflect responsibility there.
I'll
But
follow your lead.
What about the frost giant that ran? The one that used the reaction to run? Did it run towards the tree ant maybe?
No,
Like
he
into that little room?
no, he left the room.
Oh, okay.
He went up to the deck. Okay, Trent.
Oh,
So
not the
the not the shaman, the other one.
The one
The
that,
dissonant
oh
whispers.
no, he's still there. He's still there.
yeah, but he had to run. So
Yeah,
did he
but-
run into that prison?
Oh
Or
no,
which
I
direction
don't
did he
know.
run?
No, let's say that to the other, just to make it interesting. Okay.
Naturally, because this isn't
Try.
interesting enough.
So, this huge tree with a face rises up and slams you, Inern, with two massive tree trunk-like arms. So, the first one is a 22 to hit, and
Yes.
okay, great. Yes.
It's a big target.
It's a big target, yes. So the first hit is that's 12 plus 6, which is 18 bludgeoning damage. The second hit is that's 16 plus 6, so a 22, right? Yeah.
So since the statue is like part of the inventory, does siege damage count against him?
Okay. So yeah, you are now like Pacific Rim, right? The movie, the two colossus smashing and attacking each other. If you decide to do that, Peleus, but you can still act. So
on my turn, I will preemptively cast Water Walk on all of us, everyone that I can see. I can cast it on up to 10 creatures, 10 willing creatures that I can see.
Okay, great.
And it lasts for an hour. So everyone who wants to have it, consider yourself Jesus.
Except for me.
Do I have Jesus powers or?
Well, you're inside. Don't
everyone who.
No.
So
are you casting it on the stone giant? If you
I cast it on just everyone who's there.
Okay, I'll take
So
it
the
then.
frost giants just.
You still have the poison potion. Want to do
Yeah,
something?
I'm not sure if it's actually if it's like a healing potion or a poison or what. I'm not sure about. I pocket that one.
Okay.
Poison the stone giant.
Okay. Awesome. Great.
Shut the fuck. You're part of my body right now. Careful what you wish for.
So
I put you in my armpit.
Oh, gross. Stone giant armpit.
So Eileen is in the stone giant's body, so all good.
You can
Galen.
see like a stone face.
Yes.
That's right.
I'm suffocating. Help.
I'm going to attack the evil creature that took my friends.
Okay.
So yeah, to attack the giants. Like, give back my friends as I'm smashing you over the like shin. Ooh, that's a 26 to hit, and a
Big
crit.
toe.
Oh.
Of course.
Oh god, this is not working.
Galen took all the good rolls.
You guys and your fucking insight checks are just shit.
Yeah, I'm
Role-playing
rolling my
games.
insight check, but like hitting my allies, that's useful. And that's a 23 total
23?
bludgeoning damage, yeah, and also counts as magical if that's the thing.
Oh, good.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, it doesn't matter for me.
Amazing.
Damn, I really hope we don't kill
Oh,
this.
and then I'm dodging again
Yeah.
because that stone
You won't.
giant is that stone giant is going to cross my mind now, I'm sure.
Okay. So the giant that fled turns around like as far as possible, assuming that it's still his. So that does your
Yeah, after on his turn, is back to normal.
Okay, But
Does anybody understand that?
he will simply, yeah, he says that he turns to normal, but still he will simply grab one of the boulders and target you, Quarian, with with one of its rocks.
So is he still charmed by me?
That was the one who was.
Because I don't know how many turns have passed.
Yeah,
to
the
this
charmed one is the one that fled.
So can I yell at him to stop?
Yes, but but charm isn't like he's simply friendly towards you or something like that.
Yeah, only friendly towards you, not the rest of the party.
Yeah, I don't think it
But
will.
you might still be able to.
I'm just wondering if his friend telling him to stop would be enough for him to stop.
Make a persuasion.
Okay. My super high charisma as a giant, 13.
Charm person, it's meant to charm. Regards you as a friendly acquaintance. So he basically asks you why. They're attacking us.
I want to kill them all.
That's not fair.
Suck it, princess.
Where's the fun in that?
I've been trapped for eons, and that's probably about enough time that we've got.
So I'll roll for him. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So he says, trapped for eons.
It's reasonable, yeah, okay.
So.
Which is. Pew.
So he kind of lowers the stone and waits to see what's going on. His friend, who was not charmed, is still standing there, right next to where Eileen was.
Yeah.
Okay, so he will say, "Do you mind?" And he will pick a rock.
Please don't. Please don't.
And then he will fire it at Quarian.
God damn it.
I tried, man.
I know.
So,
at least only one rock flies at you.
Yeah, does a 25 hits.
It does.
Okay. Good game.
Good game. Oh my god.
Good game. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 10, 16, 24, 26 plus 6. So that's 32 points of damage.
You had me at 8.
You had me at 3, did you say?
8.
At 8. Okay, so once again, Quarian finds himself below a rock. Okay, so that was the second Frost Giant. And we are back to you, Quarian, with your first death save.
Got it. Okay, made it.
Made it. Okay. Kanan, what do you do?
So, because my mind's still in there, do I still have my telepathic ability?
You have basically taken all the properties of the Stone Giant. So no, you can't cast any Enderist spells or use his abilities.
Okay, so then I'm gonna shout, and I think this is enough of this shit, at Galen, "Stop hitting me, you ignorant farmer!" And I'm gonna look at Forgar and I'm gonna say, "Help Quarian, you moron!" And then I'm going to pick up a rock and throw it at the nearest giant.
Okay. So the nearest was the one that he.
I fucking quit. I dropped the rock on my goddamn head. I rolled a 1
on your foot.
So what you're saying is that's enough of this, and then you're killing yourself. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Smash.
Rock Giant rage quits.
Okay. I will say that the giant that waited for to see what's going on kind of realized what's going on, and he
throws it at me now.
Yes, he will say, "What?"
Yeah. Oh well, at least I'm sponging up all the damage,
Yes.
like all the damage.
Hey,
You're really good
taking
tank.
a hit.
So
Yeah,
does
I do have a lot of hit points, so
Yeah.
that's nice.
does a
Not for long.
26 hit you?
Yes, you know it does.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
don't be
enjoying to
silly.
ask. So that's
I know you are. I do the same thing.
that's 15, 16, man, 16, 22 plus 6, so 28 points of bludgeoning damage from the rock. Poof.
Okay, I'm below half now.
Damn, bludgeoning.
Oh.
Okay, these were the giants, and Quarian and Anderest. Okay, so they have made their Forgar.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in. Can I make it to Quarian?
To Quarian, yes.
Cool. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna touch you and I'm gonna use my last spell slot to
Oh my
cure
God.
wounds.
Oh my God! Last spell slot.
We had a long rest, James. You're full.
Ah, never mind.
I missed that last session. You've got all your spells back, so you can
Fantastic. We're
second level
good.
that,
So you
Yeah.
could
or
have
lay on.
smited.
You could lay on hands as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and you could have smited the stone giant.
Shut your
Good.
mouth.
I didn't have any first level spell slots a second ago.
It goes along with
Nice.
Forgar, who never smites anyway. So
It's because I never hit anything.
that's fair.
You have to be able to make contact to smite.
So now that we know that Forgar can heal, do you regurgirate Eileen?
Me?
Yeah.
No, because I think I picked her up before I knew he was there.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so how many points did I get?
I gave you a.
You've also got your lay on
standard-
hands, so
Fine, whatever. I'll do that. I'll give you 15 hit points.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Great. So that was
How did
Forgar
he turn into a
saving
giant?
Quarian. Do you pick up your axe from the stone
Can I
giant's
reach
back?
it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Kind
totally
of
do.
I'll just shrug it out.
like Superman shrugs out the bullets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little flex.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Okay. Peleus, what do you want to do, and what do you want your treant to do?
So there are still two storm giants. Did one of the two also leave? Did you get convinced by?
Only one is next to the prison door, and now that you have been looking at him, you clearly see on his face that he is considering raising the alarm, but not raising the alarm, but basically shouting that the stone giant is went rogue. But he might be simply interested in fighting, so you're not sure. It's like
the wall. So we are basically like in a kind of giant iceberg, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
And how thick are the walls?
So
Can I see through them all the way, or?
no, these are like it's like an iceberg, so you can't see through it. But you know that Turlang has roots everywhere. So if you will find that potion that you wanted to give him, you might be able to grow enough to crack those walls and.
Yeah, that's what the shaman said, right?
Yes.
That it would make him grow.
Mhm.
But yeah, after Galen told me that it's poison, I'm not quite sure what to believe now. But yeah, I think it would be a good plan to just peace out. Everyone has water walk. We can get out of here, I think. So what I
You
would
got a
do
tree
is,
ant and a stone giant. We can defeat these guys. Come on, man. Don't be a wuss. Turn into a
I mean, we gotta get
friggin'
out of here anyways, right? I will
tank is
try
annoying.
to make some sort of check. Do I know anything about poisons or like?
Yeah, actually you do as a druid. So you can make a either Arcana or Nature check to kind of, or Medicine. You can even try Medicine if you want.
Nature sounds good.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that's a 19.
So yes, you believe that what you are holding is indeed a poison potion. So
It is poison?
Yes, you have been fooled all along by a Storm Talon.
Smash that sucker in his head.
Okay. No, I will tell Lang of my plan then to escape by smashing the walls.
If you want, he can start smashing the walls for you. He simply looks at the giants first and says, "Maybe we should take them out first."
Mm,
Nah.
they might be harder to take out than the wall. is what I tell him.
Makes sense.
No, and there's other trees in the
Bottom of the ocean.
on the ship.
Yeah.
He can he
but
can
not
awaken
right
them.
here, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Are there other trees in this room?
So not in this room, but a room above
Okay.
is the that deck, and he can basically. Oops, let me tell you exactly. So he can magically animate one or two trees it can see within 60 feet of him. So
Aw.
yeah, but so if he sees two trees and you know that the floor above is full of them, you'll have basically two more treants.
Okay, so yeah, in that case, I tell him to smash the. I mean, he already hit his head on the roof
Ceiling.
of this room, so
Yeah, so
he should be able to reach.
Yeah, so he deals double damage to objects and structures. So for him to smash through the walls in is something like 2 rounds and it's done.
Nice.
Okay, I will tell him to start attacking the wall then,
The ceiling or the wall?
the ceiling.
The ceiling.
To
Okay.
get to the other trees.
Okay, so he starts to punch at the ceiling and big chunks of ice fall through. Within his round, you can see that he basically managed to carve a big chunk of ice out. And in the next round, he will open like a big hatch. So he does that, no problem.
Okay, and I will cast. This sounds good. I will cast Spike Grow on the floor, on the entrance of the room where one of the storm giants is.
Okay, great.
And that does Spike Grow this. The ground in a 20-foot radius, centered on a point within range, twists and sprouts, spikes and thorns. I don't know if that works on ice.
Yeah, that's fine.
But it's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
And yeah, you take damage when you move through it and so on.
Amazing. Okay, great. Eileen, we're skipping your turn again. And reach to Galen.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes, I'll say, sorry about the attack. You could have winged or something, and then I'll go and smash the frost giant that's close to me.
Okay.
And I will go all out and attack again and again. Ooh, that's a 9.
Oh, by the way, what I wanted to tell you guys earlier when my microphone wasn't working. Remember last session, I gave you all good berries. I had the foresight to
Yes.
give you all
We
good
have one
berries.
good berry.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
So I
it's
rolled
don't
a
know.
2,
So
a
he
1,
so
a
he
1,
he holds your head
and a
as
4.
He holds your head like this as you kind of.
So 11 is the highest and 8 is the lowest, which is my fumble.
Okay.
Oh my
So
god.
that's only 4 attack. Like, come on. Yeah. Like, roll a 4 as the highest. Come on, that's good, right?
Yes.
I should have kept attacking the stone giant, then it would have crits again.
Okay. So now that the frost giant understand that the stone giant is working against them, they too rush towards you. Now the one with the difficult terrains kind of starts to make a step and then ouch, ouch, ouch. So you can roll your damage for it. So he will simply throw another boulder.
Great. Just a boulder.
It's 2d4 for every 5 feet he travels.
No, he
he
understands that he's in trouble, so he simply picks up boulders from the ground and smashes them against the stone giant.
Okay, yeah, if he just moves in, it's 7 damage. Yeah.
Okay. This one looks a little bit more bloodied. So a boulder flies toward stone giant. So yeah. I won't ask.
Nice. Why is it always over 20?
Yeah, it's easy. They have +9 to hit, so
That's it?
So that's a 9, a 13, 16, 22 plus 6, so 28 bludgeoning damage. The other one.
All right, you guys are gonna have to start helping out here.
Yeah, the other one will simply rush to you and try to smack you twice with his axe.
I have a super pertinent question.
Yeah.
What happens to me if this guy dies? Goes unconscious. I don't think they'll kill him, but
no, you immediately revert to being Anderist. But the question is, what happens to anything absorbed into you?
Okay.
It turned into Anders petrified against his body, right?
As the giant moves away from me, I would like to again try to hit him.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, please do.
I know I'm not a threat down here. Like, hey, that's an 18.
Yeah,
that
18 even hits.
Ooh, so 7 points of damage.
Okay, so he looks a bit more bloodied.
Yes.
2 axe attacks against Kemanoob. So he rolled a natural 17 and 16, so I don't even. Okay, that's gonna hurt. So the first attack is 3.
Hida?
Yeah.
I can't believe
I'm going to interfere with his first attack.
Whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm going to interfere with his first attack.
Okay, minus what?
I don't think it's gonna matter.
-8.
-8. So it's like he rolled a 9, so that's +9, so 18 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Okay. Damn it. So the first attack is 11 plus 9, that's 20, plus 12, that's 32 plus 6, so 38 points of damage.
That's enough.
You're down?
He's down.
Okay, so the stone giant collapses.
How did we do that? Like, how did that happen? What the hell? What's going on here?
Okay.
What were you guys doing?
Hitting you.
We have a tree ant, we had a rhinoceros, and we had a stone giant.
Eileen kind of flap, falls down.
Is she still stone?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. It doesn't say. It just says great restoration spells and other magic that can undo petrification have no effect on a petrified creature on the giant unless the giant is dead, in which case the magic works normally, freeing the petrified creature as well as ending the petrified condition on it.
Okay.
So I'm petrified.
No.
Dead, I'm unconscious.
You are unconscious.
So they are still part of my body, and
I will say that once Kenan is reduced to 0 hit points, the link ends. So you're back to being Anderest, and this creature is done. Enough.
Okay.
So it means Eileen is released, and she is not.
She's bloodied.
She's still down and needs to make saving throws.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry, man. I tried.
It's good.
Yeah, I know, but I haven't had a chance to use one yet.
Okay, so that was the giants, 2 of them, and they look at each other and they say, "Want to go? Now, where do we have the? How do you call a mosquito bat? Like
A fly swatter.
yeah, fly swatter. Okay, and they look at you and laugh.
Yeah, about that tree ant there. Who's done nothing.
He's punching a hole through the ceiling.
Yeah, super useful.
That's not true.
Super
That is
useful.
very
He
useful,
hurt, he,
dude.
hurt the, he hurt the stone giant.
Yeah, he hit the stone giant and then he's punching the roof, doing nothing at all to the frost giants.
Hey,
Yeah.
I did a lot of damage to the frost giant.
You did.
Dude,
you're
just
the
a couple
only
more rounds and we're all out of here.
Uh,
No problem.
I'm gonna punch the druid. Can I punch the druid?
I think I'm too far away.
We're making frost giants, right? When we die, like new characters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whole party.
And we're just gonna attack Waterdeep.
Yeah,
Bring it on.
that's our alignment. Kill Waterdeep.
Quirion, what are you doing?
The 2 frost giants. How close are they?
You're killing me.
One of them is injured.
Yeah.
Focus on the injured one.
Fine,
They're
fine.
both injured, and one is like up here, and the other is
One is particularly
Down
injured,
here.
though. He made a point to tell us that.
yeah. That's the one down by the door, I think. That's
One down was it?
spike growth. Yeah. So there's one down by the door, like here, and one up here is
And who is more injured? The one up here?
the one down here,
Oh,
I think.
okay. Just a minute. Mhm.
If you make him run, he'll run through this the spike growth
Yeah.
and take damage.
No, he doesn't go into dangerous areas.
He's surrounded by it. He has to run through it.
I can run again, but it's very low damage. It's...
He takes.
Just do it. Do it. Comes to your
Yeah.
to your mind. Just
All right, fine. I'll do that. This and whispers again. He needs to do a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Hey. With his -1, he fails.
Okay. He takes 15 damage,
Okay.
and he's trying to run away from me as far as he can.
So you're doing that against the one that is close to you?
That is bloodied. The one that is bloodied.
That is far from you. Okay, so he basically stays where he is, -15 damage. Okay.
Wait, isn't he the one who was supposed to run for the...
It's the one that's near the exit or the entrance down
Right.
there. Who's in spike growth, and he
Yes.
has to run. So he run through the spike growth and take damage.
So what you can do, if I understand Galen's advice correctly, you simply move toward him, cast a spell, so he has to run back, and thus take your damage and also take the spike growth damage.
Yes.
Which
And that's what he did.
yeah, which puts you around the area of the statue, which is fine. So roll the.
He doesn't have to move. It's a range spell.
Oh, that's fine.
He's within range of it. I think it's like.
Awesome. Roll 2d4 for the piercing damage.
It would be more than that.
Yeah, let me say that he will move. I'll tell you exactly what he'll move.
If he was in the center of the spike growth, then it would be 20 feet.
Yes.
So that would be 84.
Okay. Do
Okay.
that.
So 5 plus 7, that's 12. Plus 8, that's 20. 22 damage.
22.
Plus 15. Plus
Okay.
15, yeah.
That's amazing. So he passes through the spike growth with his feet and hands and knees are all bloodied, and he shouts to the other giant, Gizur, do you have that healing potion on you? And Geezer says, "No, forgot it in the quarters."
Like a giant-sized healing potion. It probably heals you for like, I don't know, 1,000,000
We go-
HP.
We could go for
Yeah.
looking for apples in that.
Okay, so that was Quarian's turn. Enderist.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be shocked for a minute, wondering what the hell just happened. I am going to twin Cause Fear.
Okay.
So I'm going to cast Cause Fear on each of those two jerk faces. So they each need to make a Wisdom saving throw. DC.
So one failed.
14.
Yeah, one failed and one succeeded. You can choose.
Okay, so he's free.
You can choose.
So they have to. What does it say here? Frightened of you. The one that's closest to me, I want to be away from me.
Okay.
So, then I don't know which way he's gonna go, but he can't move closer to me yet. That's all it is.
So
Sorry.
he
Just
will
can't
go
move
to
closer
the
me.
statue area. He doesn't want to get.
Yeah,
any
he
near to-
doesn't have to. He doesn't have to leave. He just can't come closer to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'm gonna seek cover behind the fallen stone giant.
Okay, makes sense. Great. So that was Enderist. Forgar.
Right on. I'd see Alin drop down
Yes.
and out and run over and put the rest of my lay of hand.
And put her out of her misery.
Yeah, totally. With my
She's having a good
axe.
life.
No. It's 15 hit points.
Okay, Aline.
Nice.
Yeah. So after being critted twice, you wake up.
Just keep pulling me back in.
And you smell like
Don't
armpit.
go to the
giant
light,
armpit.
man.
Yeah. Gross.
Yep, it's nasty.
Is it my turn?
Is what?
It's not my turn, is it?
So after Forgar, it's Peleus' turn and then Eline's turn. So Forgar, way to go. Anything else you want to do? Okay.
That's good.
Peleus, the treant burst through the ceiling, and ice and ogres and ore and trees fall down.
Now there's ogres to deal with.
No,
Your treant is more trouble than he's worth. Told you guys we
we'll
should
be
do
out
well.
here in a second. No, don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about the
I'm friggin' worried about it. They just killed a giant.
You should have never left the sub.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want him to awaken the trees?
yeah, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, he will start to shake and move and wave his foliage.
Gross.
And two of those tree trunks awaken. They sprout like arm-like twigs and legs-like twigs, and they rise just beside him. So you have two more treants next to you.
Okay. I will turn into a rhinoceros again because I think that's kind of the most fitting form to smack a wall, I guess. And I will charge at the wall and try
Treants
to
unite!
help them.
And then combine into a big treant.
Oh yeah, like
Mecha treant.
So I will smack into the wall and hope they help me out a bit.
I have this strange image of you as a wizard, three treants are behind you, and then you say, "Follow me," and headbang.
Yeah.
And headbang
Meanwhile,
the
we're just
wall.
getting chopped to death.
Oh my god. Can you please fight? Why are the treants not fighting?
They called in the cavalry and they just ran up into the mountain. Like,
And they freaking ran away.
yeah.
Just wait for like 5 turns and we'll be out of it.
We will die.
No, I don't know. Look it.
We will die.
Maybe
All of us, including you.
3 turns.
No,
After a passive
we're gonna die.
We might as well fireballs 3 treants over there.
Holy
Yeah, maybe they'll do some fire damage by accident to the freaking frost giants.
Okay, whose turn is it?
It's my turn.
Okay, so
I'm gonna look at that wall. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're gonna run over and headbutt it.
Yeah, knock myself out. Right. I wanted to know if there's like more bad guys around me in melee range.
So you have no. The 2 giants. One of them is next to the prison wall, and the other one is next to the number 15 on the map.
The map. All right, I want to target the one that's most hurt,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast this spell you might not have heard of. It's called Scorching Ray.
Oh, what? Never heard of it.
Yeah, that's 1 ray 19. Nice, that's better.
Okay.
23, that's good.
Okay.
Hey,
And 20.
Oh.
nice, go
Way
Alit.
to go.
All right, first one, 11. Second one, 10. Third one, 10.
Oh my God! So you zap 333. No, not 333. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Finger guns.
Yeah, that's right. That's what she does. That'd be amazing.
So he bursts into flame and looks at you like shocked, as if last time you did it, it didn't look so like such a powerful spell, and he simply crumbles down like this huge tower.
Awesome.
And chunks of ice fly everywhere as the trees bang the wall. So, so you
The
manage.
big trees laid down and the 2 small trees.
Yeah, so
using
you-
it as a battering ram.
Look, it's all part of my plan. I don't look. I
No,
don't.
you
I-
plan to kill us all, and you get away.
No. I don't want these trees to steal XP from us. You know,
Oh, they
they
won't.
get a share of the XP.
Yeah. They'll get
Against the wall?
XP from killing
Yeah.
us.
So, okay, so 1 giant is down, 1 is still up. And
How many ogres are there?
Oh, they are simply hanging on the trees, like branches, and so everybody are headbanging the wall.
Decor.
And all the ogres are like
Halloween
Please.
decorations.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop. We can't take it anymore. Please stop. Okay, so that was Peleus. Sorry, not Peleus. Eileen, who felled an ogre. I think it's like for you. It's yeah, a giant. It's like big thing, right? It's
Yeah, no, I scream. I'm like, yes,
Stealth?
finally. I came back, and I was disappointed that I came back because I died in battle, but I just shot down a frost giant.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, she's in her element right now.
That's amazing. Okay, Galen, what do you do?
Yes, I assume it was the one down south who ran that
Yes.
died. So I will, attack the impossible to hit one again. And I will go 4 attacks again.
Hey.
9, 12. Oops, that was the wrong attack, but it's the same to hit. But it was 18 and 20 on my 2 unarmed attacks.
Okay, great. So these last 2 hit.
Yes.
6 and 8.
So that's a 6 and an 8. Also, I will spend my last keep. It'll probably fail, but I need to try something. It needs to make a it needs to make a Constitution save. I'm hitting it in the toe, stunning it.
Stunning.
Hey, I've
Stunning
been
blow to the toe.
okay.
have
So-
the big toe.
Yeah, stopping your big toe. That's so painful that you can't do anything for a minute.
So
It
he-
should be the pinky toe. That one does more damage.
So he rolled a 21, which means he basically crouch and says,
My DC should be 25. You don't know. You didn't ask. sure. I'm sure. Let me just quickly calculate it. Like 8 plus 3 plus 2. Yeah, 25. Big deal. Well, I had to try.
Okay, amazing.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, it's actually his turn, and he actually shouts at you, Peleus, saying, "You're gonna bring this ship into the abyss. They'll punch a hole through the hull."
Yeah, that's the plan. Correct.
Are we below the waterline?
Yes, the prison is like the
No!
the lowest one.
Stop!
No, we have
We're water walking, don't worry.
Do you have any idea how much pressure that is? We're gonna get pressure to die.
Our broken bodies will float to the top. Don't worry.
I'm running.
Okay, I have to admit I haven't thought about the pressure yet. But
We're gonna die.
It'll be just like Titanic.
Wait, I go before him. You're gonna die. All right.
I haven't
Like
thought about
Titanic.
pressure.
So
Okay.
the one that's still up. He's the one that failed the saving throw. My cause fear, right?
The ones that he failed, probably there was only one, so yes.
Yeah. So he has disadvantage on his attack rolls, by the way.
Okay, no, he actually looks so terrorized that he looks like in complete shock, and he picks up a boulder, and he tries to smack one of the treants.
Oh, good. Now they can be a sponge.
Yeah. So he rolls enough to hit one of them, but treants have.
It's still at disadvantage.
Oh, sorry. So I need to roll
You'll
again.
probably still hit because of that. You're
Yeah.
rolling way too good.
So yeah, he.
I hope he hits it. He's the
Yeah.
only one that's making sense at this point.
Yeah, but treants have like 1,000,000 hit points. So yeah,
They do.
So in goes a boulder, but the treant doesn't seem to even notice. Like.
It'll just push the tree end towards the wall, smashing it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Knocks a couple dead ogres off. Of him.
So Quarian.
Okay. Just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So we have one last giant who's trying to make sense of it all. I don't think that he is. So I cast heat metal on.
Heat metal
Why do you
on
guys
him?
all attack the tree ants now? Because whatever. It's kind of our thing. Right?
He does have like a metal armor, right?
So his armor is patchwork armor. So yeah, he does have some bits and bytes of metal. Plus his axe is metal. So he might drop
There you go.
that.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it on the axe then. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is he's taking 2d8 fire damage when I cast a spell.
Okay.
Right.
That's one of my favorite spells.
Oh yeah, it's good.
And it takes a meager 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. If he's holding or wearing the object, damage from it, the creature must succeed on Constitution saving throw or drop it. So he needs to do a Constitution saving throw, DC 15.
Yeah, he made it quite easily.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
But that just means he keeps hold of
Mhm.
it.
Yes,
Take
yes.
damage again,
Exactly.
Yep.
again, and again.
Yes.
And it's like fire damage, so that's good.
Red Nora looks at you, Forgar, and says, well, I think it's time for us to be back at the submarine, yes?
She's gonna go flush herself. All you hear is the sound of a toilet flushing in the background.
And she attempts to basically back up, but it's Andrew's turn. So let's see what he does.
I cast invisibility on myself and I run like hell.
Okay.
I go away from the action, away from the tree ants. I'm gone as fast as I can.
You're done.
How
That's
deep
it.
How deep
below
is
sea
this?
level are we, by the way? How?
Like an iceberg deep.
So like, is it like 10 meters or 100?
The bottom tip of the iceberg.
Yeah, Where are we in relation?
You're like in the Marianas Trench or something.
No, it's deep. You did need a submarine to to get into this place. So yeah, deep. Forgar, what do you do as Red Nora kind of turns and looks for the
Runs.
pipes?
I'm heading for the submarine.
she
You're
stops.
also retreating?
She stops an
You
ogre.
don't know.
She stops an ogre. I really need to pee. Where is the nearest bathroom?
I think if I'm right up there with the last remaining giant, right?
Mm-hmm. So Galen's there, Lean there,
You-
and the rest is gone. Red Nora is also trying to get away.
Is he looking really hurt or no?
He's bloodied, yes, but he's not. He's still on his
Yeah.
feet.
I'm gonna give him. I'm just gonna hit him. I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
You can smite him.
I'm gonna.
forget to
That
smite.
all depends on if I can hit him.
I believe. I
One
believe in
thing at a
you.
time.
New axe. You're gonna be fine.
All right. Here we go. Well, at 16.
A 16 actually
Damn it.
hits.
Oh.
Yes.
The bigger
Way to
they
go,
are, the
Forgar.
easier to
Look at you.
hit.
All right. I got stuff. I got dice. That's one less spell slot. God damn it. Okay, so I got 10 piercing damage and 6 frost damage and 1. No, there's supposed to be 2 of those. 3
Okay.
radiant damage.
Great. So you kind
Hey,
of
but you did
dazzle
it.
him with a big display of damage types, and I have radiant for you and fire for you and flash.
No, didn't get fired.
Everything.
Just
Okay.
a firework every time it.
Yeah.
Yes. So he takes
Take
it
a
all.
buffet of damage.
Exactly. He takes it all, and he seems to be almost down to his knees, which brings us to.
Second attack.
I don't get a
Aren't you
second
fifth
attack.
level?
Yeah.
I think
level
paladins
six.
get to it.
You
Level
get 2
6, yeah.
attacks at level 5.
I'm sure they
What?
Yes.
Come on,
do. Very,
dude.
very quickly. Come on, man. Your character.
You have 2 attacks.
You have to attack the wall with that attack.
Every fighter class get a second attack at 5th level.
Extra attack, 5th level paladin.
All right.
I'm very disappointed.
So am I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit him.
You're disappointed. All right, I'm gonna
So-
try and hit him again.
So I will describe it like this. You come down with your second attack just as the 3 treants go back for their final punch at the wall. Everything in slow-mo. Like, now
Is
roll.
water shooting in from cracks
Yeah,
that
cracks.
they've opened up? Water.
That's an 18.
Yeah, these are
And
Nice.
we got all sorts of funny damage. Okay, so we got 6 piercing, 2 frost, and 13 radiant.
13.
You can't smite twice in one round.
Right.
Oh, then not the 13. What?
Sorry.
So 8 points of damage total.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you remembering to add your strength?
Yeah.
Okay. just wanted to- and the magic damage. for the action and stuff.
After all that, yes, I am.
What? I had strength to it?
I've never played this game before.
Okay, so you managed to land a mighty blow on the frost giant. He is down to one knee. He looks up and with horror look at the 3 siege engines burning a hole in his ship's hull. So Peleus.
Quern is shouting, "Run for the ship! Run for the submarine!" run."
Turn it into something that can fly.
So, so is this actually dangerous punching the wall?
Yes.
You know what? It's not.
So,
I feel like
Yeah, it's fine.
I
I
can.
mean, well, look. So, I mean, there's that. We'll just be in the bay
as they
in
punch,
the middle of
they
the
go like this.
They're having a grand old time. They'll survive the pressure. They're trees. Your
You know-
squishy little body is.
Well,
It's not my fault this
look.
time.
I can. I think I have a method which will maybe save myself, but
You're
Okay.
gonna turn into a whale, aren't you?
I swear to God.
Dude, can you swallow us first? Maybe.
So,
as a shark, yeah. So let me think. This is actually kind of dangerous. I wasn't expecting. I thought it was like 10 meters or something. You know,
No, like
10
Um,
4
meters.
stories.
10 meters underwater is enough to kill you.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
you
it
can
is.
dive. You can dive
Yeah.
like
Yeah, but
10
suddenly-
meters. deep.
Swimming
Suddenly
pools are 10
going from
meters deep.
going from 0 bars to 10 meters underground or underwater will destroy you.
And the crushing damage you get as the wave
Yeah.
suddenly comes in, like you'll
Yeah,
be
it'll kill you.
thrown across the room.
so Peleus, you have to decide if you want to tell the treants to stop. You can try to do that. You will need to be fast enough because they're all over it, like boom, 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 boom.
They're very energetic servants.
Okay. I will tell them to stop for now. And break the wall in 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
And how about they
Alright.
break this frost giant?
First, yeah.
Well, they can do that in the
Yes,
meantime,
tell
I
them to
guess.
So,
just crush its
I need you
friggin'
to
face.
make just to make it interesting. I need you to make a dexterity check just to see if you manage to do that before they punch a hole.
Okay, I don't really have that much dexterity. 16.
16,
Nope.
amazing.
That's not bad.
So they kind of
Yeah.
push back and hear you stop, and then
Okay. Yeah. So I tell them, guys. Okay. Me and my buddies we'll leave this room. You can take care of the frost giant if you want in the meantime, and then just break the wall in a couple of minutes, and we'll meet on the surface.
so one of them, like the Turline, kind of give you the thumbs up, and he also breaks a twig from his foliage, and he throws it to you and says, "Plant it in Neverwinter Wood."
I will do that.
That's cool.
We'll do that
Yeah.
together.
And
get out of here.
and then
If we're
there's
together after
If
this.
we survive.
and then there's a crack in the ice, and water kind of, and he sticks a twig inside. Now go.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So
I will run as fast as I can.
great. So you all rush through and leave the shocked frost giant with 3 treants who are about to smash a hole in the ship. Where are you headed to?
To the
The submarine.
submarine.
Okay.
I have a quick question before we run there.
Okay.
Do I know where the real potion is? I forgot to ask that. Where?
Yes, you have seen Storm Talon hiding it. In his chamber, in the other way, the way that the place that you haven't searched at. Show you on the map. But basically, you know where it is.
Yes. As I'm like, as we're all running, like, why the hell did you do that, Peleus? Like, I know where the real potion is. We can like restore it to its full strength. Your friend, the treant. Like, but now they're smashing a hole at the ship and everything.
I mean, they'll get out like this, and we can meet them on the surface.
I
There's
assume
no
I
time
say,
now. Let's get out of here.
Like jogging.
Are you really sure he'll survive? If we can still stop him. The
I mean,
ship-
he's made of
I-
wood, right? I think.
They'll
Yeah,
Would
float.
float.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
wasn't he like really sick and not fully recovered?
No, he was
Got
just
14
hiding.
HP. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, he has at least 14.
Yeah, he'd only take like maybe 40 damage, like from the bludgeoning damage from like the force of the water coming in.
As actually rules to calculate like.
No,
No,
no.
but
But it'd be like falling damage. I'm guessing.
Yeah, it could be.
I don't know.
How much time do we have? How much time did you ask him to give us?
Few
5
minutes.
2
minutes.
minutes, right?
yes. Like-
Galen, how long
But
will it
we-
take us to get there?
It's a bit hazy. I wasn't quite myself when it happened, and I need to ask you something, or maybe you and
Mm-mm. I'm out.
yeah.
I'm out.
Oh yeah, you're not there, and you're.
Was there any windows in the room?
I know the room, but it's a bit hazy. But it's up there towards the what was it, Stormcaller's private chambers.
Was there a window in the room? We can jump out the window.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But
Then
if we stop the tree ants now and they don't destroy the ship, we should have time to get the potion real quick and come back to them. Most of the giants seems to be distracted elsewhere.
I think it's a bit of a stretch.
Yeah, but if Peleus wants his friend to survive,
I mean, I've checked him out. I think he's all right.
Yeah, we've worked so hard to convince him to, leave the ship now. Let's not convince him to protect the Ent anymore.
okay, good. Yes, let's run to the submarine.
Okay,
To the
so
submarine.
you
And
run.
I'll start running a bit faster than the others since I have like 90 movement speed when I do W.
Oh yeah, you'll beat me there.
Pass
And-
him halfway.
Unless they have to like duck and weave and stop and wait for giants because I'm invisible. So
Okay, so you all run to the submarine. Again, as I said, the ship is obviously in a disarray. Ogres and giants running about everywhere. You turn down a corridor, turn the other way to duck under one of those hatches that you've seen everywhere. You go through that vent, that rift on the map that you have passed through, where all kinds of smoke and mist billows. And as you are approaching that opening that heads to the corridor with the secret chamber, you turn down a corner and hit dead on with a frost giant. He stands there with two ogres. They look at you confused, and when you look at the frost giant, you recognize Netherheim, the frost giant youngling. He is wearing armor that is obviously not fitted to his smaller size. He has this confused look on his face and the sign of a black eye, probably the result of his so-called training. And he looks at you, and with a shaking hand, as if he's not sure that he even wants to do it, he points at you and says in giant, "Attack!"
Okay. Oh, no.
And this is where we'll stop for tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. That was.
Somehow it didn't die.
Yeah, that was kind of amazing.
Even with all the help from the tree ants.
Even with all the terrible, terrible decisions.
Yeah.
Amazing.
By the way, does Anders still have the crown?
Yes.
Do you still
Yep.
have the crown?
Yes.
Okay.
it's on my head.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does, if anything, anymore, but I have it.
I'm sure there are other giants around you can control.
There are
Well, yeah,
probably
I'm not sure.
rules that forbid what you did with it. It's like defiling its core. Like, yeah, I'll be a stone giant and let everyone kill me.
That wasn't my plan. It happened really quickly. It was like 18 seconds from start to finish. I just kind of like ran in there, and they decided,
Yeah.
to focus on me instead of the more dangerous frost giants.
Yeah,
I didn't know I came in late.
You killed, you killed 2 of our friends.
Yes,
I give you Forgar. I give you that, Forgar.
Yeah, your deception roll. Let me handle them all.
Super high 14, yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to start like doing it like in soap operas. Whenever one of us realizes that this is dangerous, the part of it is now we played by a huge stone giant.
There's no way we were getting that stone giant off of here anyways, right? Like, if I have to be stone,
water walk.
They tend to say, I think.
He has water walk.
Yeah. I have like all the water spells, dude. I have water breathing, water.
Yeah, and as Ida said, like the stone giant, the longer you were in there, it would probably like consume you and the normal nature, which seemed really evil and was friend with the leader of the frost giant.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he was insane. Like, he's batshit crazy. So he's not an ally for El Citizen. I mean, it's not possible to travel around with him anyways.
So it was a
can't
good
carry
thing
him.
You killed him. It was a really good thing.
I think it was an inevitability that he was going to die. I just would have hoped that he could have done some damage.
Or something,
Petrified.
anything,
Petrified a giant or 2. That would have been good also.
Yeah, that would have been
sweet. He could have really did some damage to the wall. I bet as like a stone giant, he would have been really effective.
Absolutely.
He would have been really effective.
Super effective, even.
The wall suffered greatly this session.
How much XP did we get for the wall?
It's amazing. No, in terms of damage potential, like those 3 treants, it's like 3 siege engine. They do double damage to like they could basically pulverize the ship. Like
Look, imagine how much XP that's gonna be. We sink the whole ship full of giants.
Well, the treants do. You want to talk about stealing XP? They're the ones who sink the ship.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
No, we helped. I instructed them. I showed them how to do it.
Oh,
I share.
Last session I was like, this druid, he's a cool cat. He saved my ass. He broke the door down. It was really epic. And then this session, I'm like, I kind of want to stab him in the eye.
It's classic Keenan, man.
For getting 3 friggin' treants and then running away.
Dude, but that was the plan all along, just getting out of here.
It was a bad plan. Just say.
But a great execution.
Yeah, great execution.
Yeah.
Well, you should have told me earlier that we were like 100 miles below sea level or something.
I didn't know how deep we were either.
I'm just imagining the druid's face when he's thinking about it. Like,
Give me a minute.
You're seeing all the math equations float around his head.
Nah, math's too hard.
Carry the 2.
and James,
oh shit!
You need to upload that picture.
Yeah.
Yes, please. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that little tiny square window on the screen, I could barely see what it was.
Yeah.
But it looked like 3 ants smashing a wall.
Oh,
yeah, post it.
That's good. At least it looks like what I tried to accomplish.
Awesome. So, Brian, next session you will be carrying, or you don't know? Yeah, it's like a ticking clock.
First child, so it could go late. So next session is what, 28 for 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm not thinking either.
I mean,
what?
In theory, no.
Okay, we'll see.
We'll
see. Okay, so
but the good news is I'm invisible and running like. You can do what you want with me. My plan is to get to the submarine, and I'll do one of 2 things. If they don't come back and I'm worried, I'm gonna use the submarine like Quarian did.
Okay.
I'll sacrifice my eyes to it and get away. And if they do, I'm just gonna stay hidden in the submarine.
Okay.
Because I don't
Run
freaking trust
away.
them anymore.
And while we're saying, oh, we have to wait for Andres, he's not here.
Yeah, that's right. If, I won't let them die, clearly, because I want to get away as well. But my goal is to get to Waterdeep and reunite with Semyon and Fillory.
Okay.
And
Didn't one
recruit
of them
a
die?
third person.
Oh,
yes,
right, there was a third
the
person.
dwarf did. Yeah, the dwarf did. So I do need to. I did ask her to recruit somebody while she was there. So
Great. And Peleus, you have a twig of Turlang. You need to plant it in Neverwinter Wood, so he will reunite with his mates there.
that's cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. And Brian, really good job being salty this day.
Being what?
Salty.
Salty?
Yeah.
What? I don't understand.
You know what salty means?
Well, pissy.
Yeah, pissed off.
He was. He really, really was.
It is incompetent and adventurous.
Brian was. I'm talking about Brian, not Andres. Andres might be.
Oh, it was really funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, thank you very, very much. Have a great weekend. Good
Yeah,
luck
you
with
too.
anything that need luck, and I'll see you next session.
Yeah, and hopefully
Right.
your eye will be better tomorrow.
Yeah, take care of that eye, Ito.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will.
yeah.
Bye bye.
Excellent session, as always.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.